found a regular out there to talk to you guys. So got Matthew Cindric back. I don't think you guys have talked to him since his injury or since he was named to the All-State AFCA Good Works team, very deservedly so. So we thought, and he's also from the Seattle area, and remembers quite a bit about that 2019 game, which I think was his first road trip up there at 1:22 in the morning. So any of those things and whatever else you guys want to talk to Cindo about, fire away. We'll get started with Jeff Ferrado.
Hey Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Jeff. Thanks for asking.
So tell us about your is it your bicep that you tore again?
Yep.
It's the opposite one as last year, right?
Correct. Yeah. Opposite one was last year. Probably hold the record for fastest bicep re-tear of the opposite arm. So that, at least I got that going for me. But yeah, doing well. Surgery went well. Recovering. Just working with the team to do whatever I can to help these guys continue to win.
You're definitely out for the season, though.
Correct.
And we talked a month ago, and you were talking about sort of your long-range thoughts about playing football beyond college. Does this change that at all? Does this change your goals, your plans, what you expect is realistic?
Yeah, I think it definitely brings up a lot more conversations. Football is definitely not out of the picture, but it is a tougher road. Especially if going to the next levels, the plan to come into that kind of season with an injury and not being able to go to some of those Senior Bowl type games or be able to participate in the combine. So the doctor said if I want to, he thinks that pro day would be realistic for me. So keeping that as a in the future to continue to work towards that, but leaving all my options open.
And given the fact that you made the decision, the commitment to come back for another year, how disappointing is what happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not how you drew it up. You draw it up and you work really hard to get back to this point, and it definitely is a bummer. But I told the guys, especially the young guys, if you put all your eggs into the basket of the 12 games of football in a season, you're probably doing it wrong. You got to embrace the journey, and the outside world doesn't get to see the moments from January till now that I got to be with the team and do some pretty cool things. So grateful for what I've been able to be a part of, and definitely wouldn't change anything if I could go back.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go to Matt Moreno from Rivals.
So, in the immediate future, you have a lot of experience on your side, and you can, I'm sure, bring some value to the group. Is your plan to kind of be Coach Blush's right-hand man, and what's kind of the plan for you in the immediate future?
Yeah, definitely. Been working with the guys. Last game, it was awesome. I got to be on the headset, being an extra set of eyes, especially for, the guards and centers, the positions I've played. Just helping Coach Blesh. Obviously, him and Mike Safel, our GA, are mostly focused on scheme, kind of what the defense is throwing at us. And so to have a guy that's kind of more focused maybe on technique, what guys can do better is huge. So just helping with that as best I can, and continuing to be available to the guys to watch film or just talk through what they're seeing.
Is that a career path that you kind of have in mind for the future that maybe you're getting a little experience at right now?
Yeah, I think anyone who plays football this long, coaching is definitely something that interests you. I don't know if college coaching will be my calling, but definitely just, coaching the kids later on in life or coaching high school ball would definitely be a goal of mine later in life.
And last thing, just Driscoll, I remember when he won Pac-12 Offensive Lineman of the Week. I think you're one of the first guys to really compliment him, on social media. What did it mean to you to see him go out there and come in for you and win that award, and what do you expect from him the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome to see. He's come a long way. He stepped in for me and did a great job, and I appreciate him for that. It's people probably don't realize how hard it is to go from center to guard on a drop of a dime like that, especially when he hasn't really played much all through camp. He was really working on getting better at guard. So really a testament to the player he is, how smart he is. And he even said it to us, like that award is a group group award, and I think all the guys on the O-line deserved a lot of credit for what they did in that game, and we got to keep getting better, and hopefully over these next few weeks have a few more guys win that award.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to Jeff Ferrato. Go ahead, Jeff.
Matt, congratulations on the Good Works Award.
Thank you.
Been a series of Cal players have been honored with that. How does that make you feel to be added to that group?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a huge honor. Growing up, you see it. They're always at the Sugar Bowl. I remember Tim Tebow's involved with it. So some pretty cool names, some pretty cool events that they have around the award. And just an honor to kind of be able to give back. Been in Berkeley for over 5 years now, so it feels like a home away from home. So just whatever I can do to kind of help this community. Football is just a game, but what you can do to impact lives is much greater. So I owe a huge thanks to the Cameron Institute, all those people over there who have helped support me and being able to bring my dreams to life. And so, yeah, and just the people here in Cal football, what they've done. It's definitely not just me. It's the award's definitely a reflection of the people around me.
And you've been involved in quite a number of different projects to help others. Is there one that you're most proud of?
Yeah, definitely this Golden Buddies project that we just did over the summer, where we brought in over 40 kids with cognitive disabilities, brought them out to the field, ran them through drills. We had over 30 volunteers from the team. It was a really cool event, and just seeing what being able to bring everybody to the playing field. A lot of these kids, football is kind of a sport that not everybody gets to play. So seeing the smile on these guys or kids' faces when they were catching a touchdown or running the ball, it was really cool, and definitely something that I hope can continue, and I can at least have a hand in for the foreseeable future.
Okay, we'll go to Thomas Dunn with Right for California.
Good afternoon, Matthew. You've clearly been an ambassador on and off the field throughout your time here at Cal. Do you almost see yourself as now a coach-like figure, you being on the sidelines with Coach Blush for the offensive line group?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've gained a lot of wisdom. We were just talking about it today, like the amount of NFL guys I've played with, the amount of guys who have had great careers, and so I feel like it's kind of my job to help pass on, some of that knowledge that I've gained from guys like Jake Curhan, Pat McCarry, Patrick Laird, some of these guys who have taught me a lot, and now I can pass that on. And so I think there's also an extra dynamic when I'm also sort of a peer still to some of these guys, that they can feel a little more comfortable with me. Sometimes it can be a little intimidating to go to the coach and ask a question, but I can be there as kind of the guy that there's no stupid questions, and I can answer whatever they need, whether that be football or trying to get into the business major or whatever it is.
Yeah, and understanding that you may not have thought about this yet, but where do you feel like you've made the biggest impact as a Golden Bear throughout your time here?
Wow, that's a great question. I hope that I just made an impact with, just how I came to work every day, how consistent I've been, and hopefully people have seen that and wanted to maybe change how they approached each day. And so just being a light for those guys and trying to set a good example.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to Jeff Ferrato.
Matt, will you be making the trip with the team to Seattle? And if so, you have family and friends who will be at the game. And then also tell us what you remember about that 2019 game with the lightning storm.
Yeah, definitely. As far as I know, I'll be making the trip up with the guys and continuing to be on the headset and being an extra set of eyes. A lot of friends and family. Obviously, bummed that I can't play in front of them, but still super excited to see them. It's always special to get to go up there, a stadium that's 20 minutes from my house, and somewhere where I grew up going to games. I think the first game I ever went to back in the day was a Cal UW game. So it'll definitely be special. And yeah, that 2019 game, definitely probably the game that sticks out to me maybe the most in my career, other than beating Stanford in 2019. But yeah, first road trip of my career playing against, I think that defensive front had a first-round pick, a second-round pick, some other guys who play in the league. So a pretty big task for us, and it was maybe the loudest stadium I've ever been in too. But yeah, that lightning delay, being in the locker room for an hour, 2 hours was crazy, and then coming back out, last second drive to win it, and that field goal was crazy. And yeah, just a really cool experience to beat a team like that up there in their environment, a team that was nationally ranked, and excited for these guys to get that same opportunity. I know everyone jokes about Pac-12 after dark, crazy things happen, but truly they do. It does happen, and I have full confidence that these guys will go out there and put their best foot forward and give UW everything we got.
And do you remember how old you were when you went to the first UW Cal game?
Oh man, I had to have been 5 or 6. Yeah, I was pretty little.
Remember who won?
I believe Cal did. I remember being sad that day. Now, looking back at it, I'm happy that that happened. But yeah, it was a fun one.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Anybody else for Cindo? Okay, Matt. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you.
Thanks, everyone.